Hello world! Welcome back to my channel. I'm Amy with Life of Ames. Thanks for tuning in once again. Today we're going to be doing kind of a life update. A lot of new stuff happening. I'm very excited, and who do I want to tell? All of you! Duh! So you all will be happy to know that I am feeling so much better. It's crazy. So we talk about my health all the time on here, but it's like such a big part of my life. So as you all know, I have fibromyalgia. So there's no cure for fibromyalgia. It's kind of just whatever makes you feel better. So they put me on a medication that totally messed me up. Like, bad messed me up. Like, I was having mood swings and I was in so much pain and all of this. So they took me off of that and put me onto something else, and I am on week 3 of that new medication, and I am feeling so much better. I'm not somebody who is like, yeah, take meds, I love meds, pills, yeah. I used to be. I'm like, oh, I have a headache. Oh, this hurts. Take some ibuprofen. Take some Excedrin. Whatever it is. But now that I'm getting older, pretty much I'm going to be on medication for the rest of my life because that's what helps with fibro. Of course, you can do a lot of home care, but it's really hard to manage. I'm not gonna lie, it really is. So they put me on, I forgot the name, Lyrica. They put me on Lyrica, which they're very hesitant to do that because people who have fibromyalgia don't get diagnosed until they're about the earliest 35, okay? But it's closer to 50. So they put them on Lyrica, and they're on Lyrica for the rest of their life, pretty much. Well, with me, because I'm so young, they're very hesitant to put me on Lyrica because they don't want my system to kind of become immune to it. If you take something for so long, your body, it's used to it, and then the effects don't work anymore. So hopefully in my time, they'll find a cure for fibromyalgia. One can only hope. But one can only hope. So right now, I am on Lyrica, and I'm on a very, very, very low dose, but I've already seen such a huge difference. I have so much more energy. I'm very motivated. Let's go, and etc., etc. So because of that, it's actually helped my disc. Crazy, right? So my disc, okay, so a herniated disc doesn't heal. It's not something that can be fixed. It's something that it's just there, okay? And some days it's gonna pop out, and you might not be able to get out of bed. And who knows, maybe that won't happen for another 5 years. But right now, after lots of MRIs, lots of x-rays, lots of physical therapy, etc., 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 it's kind of healed, fixed on its own. But the Lyrica actually did help so much. It made the process so much faster. So I'm so thankful that happened, because I get a part-time job. I got the clearance from my doctors to get back to working, not full-time, but part-time. So I found a job as a nanny, which I'm very, very, very excited for. It's 2 amazing kids. Pick them up from school, take them to sports, take them to their music classes, to make sure their homework's done, feed them, and that's it. And it's only 4 days a week for 4 hours. I could not be more thankful that this opportunity came into my path right at the time that I got cleared by all of my doctors. I got cleared by my primary, by my physical therapist, and by my spine doctor. That they said, if you're feeling good, let's test the waters. Let's see. Be free, Amy. Be free. We give you permission. And it was like music to my ears. Okay? As much as I love being at home, and probably a lot of people are jealous, I am bored and I'm going stir crazy. There's only so many things I can clean. There's only so many things I can do at home. So it's gonna be so nice to get out of the house for like 4 hours and work again and have a steady income again. So that was amazing news. Amazing. And I want to thank all of you guys for coming along on my journey, because you guys kept me motivated. You kept me going, exercising, going to my doctor's appointments, you know. Filming videos a lot of the time got me out of bed. There were days that I could stay in bed all day. I was in so much pain. I was kind of going back down that road of depression. I'm not gonna lie, because it's hard when you don't feel good physically. It really weighs on you mentally. And you know, there's people in my life who try to make me feel better, try to help me, try to get me out of the house, but it's hard because you can't explain the pain. It's one thing to have the herniated disc, but it's another thing to have fibromyalgia. And having both, it's absolutely unbearable. But with the help of my doctors and me doing my own research and finding things that make me happy, I was able to accomplish so much and, you know, really dig myself out of that hole. But yeah, so I got a job and I'm feeling better. Okay, 2 things. All things come in 3, right? All things come in 3. Got cleared by my doctors, got a job, and drumroll please, I'm going back to school. School. As all of you guys know, or maybe don't know, I hate school. I've always hated school. I hated the fact that I had to get up early and go learn a bunch of stuff I didn't care about, okay? Then I graduated high school and I went on to college and I pursued my major, and then I didn't want to anymore. I lost interest, I lost motivation, I lost who I was. It's really crazy that, like, you know who you are, and then all of a sudden life smacks you in the face and you're like, dude, I don't know who I am anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. What is happening? And that happened to me. So I threw myself into working, and that's just what I did. And then school has always been kind of in the back of my mind. Nobody in my family went to college, so I had a lot of pressure on me to go to school and to do school. But it's like, that's not how it works. If you want to do something, it has to be because you want to do it. You can't do it because this person says to do it. This person wants you to do it. You're doing it for all the wrong reasons. There's a lot of people out there who feel that they need to graduate, to get a degree, you know, all of that because their family is giving them the opportunity to do so, because maybe your parents didn't have that opportunity. But that's a lot to put on somebody, like a lot. And you're pretty much trying to live through them, and it's not fair. It's really not fair. And you know, I get it. Some people didn't have the ability to go to college, didn't have the money. You know, their parents couldn't afford for them to leave the house. They needed them to stay home to watch siblings, to help them around the house. They needed them to work to have more income in the family. I totally get it. I get it. But what I've learned is if you're doing things, school is just an example, but if you're doing anything for somebody else and you think it's making you happy, you're wrong. You should never, ever, ever do something for somebody else. Do something for somebody. Hold on, I lost my train of thought. Pretty much, don't do anything for somebody else that they want you to do. It has to be something that you want to do, because then you'll have all the motivation in the world. If you're doing something for somebody else, you're gonna lose interest like that. Duh, because you're not doing it for yourself, you're doing it for somebody else. You're thinking you're trying to better your life, but they're living through you. They're trying to live through you. Don't let anybody live through you. Okay? So, what am I going to school for? The question is real estate. And a lot of people are like, ooh, real estate. Why, Amy? Why? Blah, why? I don't understand. Go to school for this, go to school for that. I don't want to. That's not what I want. That's what you want me to go to school for. That's what you want me to do, maybe because you didn't get to. Not my problem. It's no weight on my shoulders, because if I do that, how is that making me happy? I'm doing it to make you happy. But what about me? What about my feelings? What about what I want? And a lot of people have a hard time understanding that. And what I've learned is to just block it out. See me blocking out the haters? See me? Blocking them out. And you have to do the same thing. It's really, really, really hard, which is why I haven't been to school in like 3 years. And it took a long time for me to figure out what I wanted to do. But that's just how it is sometimes. You know, I didn't graduate and I had this passion for something and I knew that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. It wasn't me. It wasn't in my cards. It's not how my brain worked. And then over, you know, the years, I was able to find what I like and find myself and realize that, wow, I love real estate. I love looking at houses. I love home decor. I love making other people happy. Like, I want to be the reason somebody is happy. I want to give people happiness. I want to be like Disney. I want to be like Disneyland for people. So I am pursuing that. I may not want to. After going to school, I may be like, you know what? Real estate is not for me. But I'm never going to know that, and I'm never going to learn that if I don't do it, if I don't pursue it. If I listen to everybody around me saying, no, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, do this, do this. No. Key to happiness is finding your own happiness in your own way. And I promise you, you will. It may take 3 years, it may take 5 years, it may take 10 years, but eventually you're gonna find your way and what you were put on this earth to do, and I promise you that. And with that motivational speech video life update, that is all I have for you guys, okay? So thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel. If you aren't new to my channel, go tell somebody about my channel, because you never know who needs to hear this. You don't know what's going on in somebody else's life, okay? And this video might be the thing that they need, but you don't know that. So tell somebody about my channel. You won't regret it. Anybody new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment. Follow me on Instagram, Life of Eames. Check out my blog, lifeofeames.com. And that is all, folks. Have a lovely day, a lovely week. Don't forget to be kind and go give somebody a compliment. You're beautiful. Whoever is watching. You're beautiful. You're so freaking beautiful. Oh my gosh, you're so freaking beautiful. I'm Amy with Life of Eames. Thanks again, guys.